Greetings from sunny Victoria. Garnet Schulhauser here. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I'm the author of 5 books in the spiritual genre, and all of my books deal with my dialogue and astral travels with my spirit guide, Albert, who confronted me on the street one day disguised as a homeless man. If you want to find out more about my books and about how I first met my spirit guide, Albert, please refer to my books, and you can get more information on my website, which is garnetschulhauser.com. Now, during my astral travels with Albert, he took me to many interesting places, to the spirit side, to other planets in the universe, to other places on our planet where I learned a lot from what I saw and what I heard when I talked to some of the other souls who I encountered on these trips. So there's many sort of revelations from the spirit realm that I received from Albert and the people I met on the spirit realm, and so that is basically how my books were based, and what they tell the story about all these adventures that I was fortunate enough to encounter with my spirit guide. Now today I'd like to answer a question that I've been posed too many times by readers of my books and people who watch my videos, which is, what is an old soul and how can you tell if you're an old soul? Well, an old soul, there's no set definition for an old soul, but generally the accepted definition is a soul who's had many incarnations on Earth, much experience on planet Earth, and who has acquired a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and maturity as a result of those incarnations. Now, by way of background, of course, as you know, we're all eternal souls, and we when we're on the spirit side, which is our true home, we can choose to incarnate on the denser planes like planet Earth, and we can, and in doing so, we are going to try to experience the things and learn the lessons that we believe we need for our evolution and growth as a soul. So before each soul incarnates, they prepare a life plan in which they pick out the place they're going to be born, the first language they'll learn, the identity of their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and so on, and the other people who play major parts in their life. So we choose all that before we incarnate. And again, it's for the purpose of learning and experiencing things that we need for our growth and evolution. No one tells us where or when to incarnate, and we get to choose when and where, whether it's on planet Earth or another planet, and we get to choose how many times we incarnate. So some souls will incarnate a handful of times on Earth, others may do several dozen times. And it's all up to each soul in determining whether or not they feel that they've learned everything there is to learn, or most of what there is to learn on planet Earth, and then they can stop and go elsewhere. But souls can quit incarnating at any time, so there's no timetable, there's no set number of lives they have to have, so it's entirely up to each soul. Now, when people refer to an old soul, they usually mean a soul who's had much experience on the earth plane. So, for example, sometimes it's the title is given to a child who seems to have wisdom and maturity way beyond their years, and people think, oh, that's an old soul. Sometimes it's just to a more mature person who seems to be fully embraced with the concept of loving their fellow humans and all other animals on the planet, and fully embracing love and compassion. So those people can also be termed old souls. Whether they are or not is another question, because there's no set definition. There's no way for us to tell, absent some intervention by spirit guides, how many lives a person on Earth has had. So we can't really know that, and the person themselves won't know until they go back to the spirit side, and then they can say, okay, I've had 12 lives, or I've had 52, or whatever it may be. So the number of lives we've had and the memories of those past lives aren't available to us while we're incarnating on Earth. And that is very deliberate. That is by the way it was designed to be. When I asked my spirit guide, Albert, if I've had many lives on Earth before this one, he said yes, several hundred. So then I said to him, does that mean I'm an old soul? And he said, no, that just means you're a slow learner. Now, a lot of old souls are present on planet Earth who have incarnated not because they need to have any more experiences to grow and evolve, because they've already done that on planet Earth, sometimes old souls will incarnate merely to help another soul on their journey. So for example, some soul is going to incarnate into a certain life. They may ask an old soul to incarnate as somebody close to them, a parent, a sibling, spouse, whatever, hoping that the old soul, once they're incarnated, will have the wisdom and maturity to help the new soul navigate through the perilous journeys that often happen on planet Earth. So sometimes old souls are here merely to benefit other people. Now, how can you tell if you're an old soul? Well, look at yourself and decide if you think that you have fully embraced love and compassion, that if you abhor abuse of other humans and animals on our planet, and if you're just an all-around wise and mature kind of person, then maybe you are an old soul. But in any event, it doesn't really matter. You don't need to know that while you're on Earth, because you will find out when you get back to the other side. And if you did incarnate merely to help another soul, you'll be able to recap that with the other soul when you're both back on the spirit side. And hopefully you've done a great job at helping that other soul on their journey. So no easy way of knowing, but a lot of people will have a feeling, a sense, an intuition that they've had many lives and that they are they're very familiar with the trials and tribulations of an incarnation on planet Earth. And so who knows, maybe you're an old soul, maybe you're not. But I guess the real question for you after you listen to this video is to examine yourself and decide, have you made the grade? Are you up for being an old soul, or are you still floundering away trying to figure out what to do and how to experience things on planet Earth? But in any event, it doesn't matter. There's no hardship against you if you're not an old soul. And if you are an old soul, congratulations. And I hope that you can continue to come back, incarnate, and help other humans on their human journey. Well, that's all for today, folks. Thank you for watching this video. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get instant access to all the videos that I post there. So goodbye for now. Remember to enjoy your journey and never forget to keep on dancing.